I don't know about you all, but the first thing I do in the morning is get up and they call it doom scrolling on YouTube. You're just going through the political bullshit. Well, an ad for, you know, duck call videos are constantly popping up in my feed because I looked at a couple of them just to remember what I had looked at. I looked up Butch giving his instructional tutorial thing. And I've watched a few others, like for instance, a guy in Wisconsin has a really good video on calling wood ducks. It helped me. Well, the ad I watched this morning was a video on keyhole cutouts. And the guy had two of them that were brand spanking new from some, I don't know, just make up a name, down tried dirty duck calls or something like that, I don't know. But it triggered me to do this. Okay, if somebody's telling you about their keyhole cut down, they're talking about this call, the D2 Alt. This one is not a keyhole. What the keyhole means is there's a little notch in the insert. A keyhole cut down call is made out of a different material than this. The calls that I was looking at that were on the internet and was the ad, they were made out of poly, and I assume that means, or no, back up, polycarbonate. Either that or I think he was selling polycarbonate cut down calls that were modeled sort of like an Alt. One of the calls looked like an Alt, but the other one had a tapered insert that flared out. That's a D2 keyhole cut down right there. The reason it has a keyhole is because to get the insert out of the mold, it had a little thing you had to slip out, and then it would come out of the mold. But otherwise, it was stuck. The keyhole was to assist in getting the call out of the mold. I don't know how I assume they were poured calls, where they poured it into a mold, and then they had to take the mold apart at the end and take the insert out. That's why it has a keyhole. This call is made out of Bakelite. It's a material used in the electronics industry. It's one of the first plastics they developed. It was for use in electronics mainly. There's chips and I guess capacitors and stuff use plastic in them. I'm not that well versed in electronics, but there are things today that are still made out of Bakelite for electronics industry. It has a very unique smell. It smells like it's burnt. That's how you tell a good Bakelite Alt. They're like extra hard and makes that clack, 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 clack sound when the reed's beating on it. It's magical. Unique and different. And I very much appreciate that I have a call like that to show off. Custom made for me. You tape the inserts in on these because if you lose your insert, you're screwed. It's not replaceable. You have to replace the whole call and then hope that someone has one. And to pick one up now on eBay or whatever, they're very expensive. More than a new duck call to buy an old one. Yeah, $200 or $300 for if you can even find an uncut old D2 keyhole call. I found one once and then I screwed around and put it together backwards. It didn't have a ring on it and it cracked Yes, I ruined a keyhole olt. Later it got stolen along with my gear. Because I had super glued it and made it, you know, where it was a duck call again. But it had been repaired. This one is in great shape. Well, that's what I got on a Keyhole D2 Olt. And have a great day, everybody. God bless you. Thanks for watching. And beware of that guy that thinks he's selling D2s, but he ain't. It's kind of weird when a young guy, I mean, I'm guilty of this too, trying to pass yourself off as knowing something and you don't. I don't know much. I just get told things by people that do. There's a lot of duck hunters that got their heads full of shit. That's just part of the hobby. Is about 3 out of every 4 guys you talk to is bullshitting you, and you don't even know it. He's just full of shit. It's part of the gang. There's other guys that are just plain bullshitting you because they don't want you to know nothing, especially about locations of holes and stuff. You know, they'll be sitting there talking about it right in front of you, and you're wondering what the hell are they talking about, and you start asking questions around, and then they'll just lead you in circles. So asking them kind of people how to call a duck probably isn't going to be too helpful. I don't know, but in general, all duck hunters are like that. They're guarded, we're secretive. It's like fishing with guns. So if you're talking to a duck hunter, you got to treat him like it's a fisherman. Sorry, but that's how it is, and that's how I roll. And that's why I'm not real popular, because I figured this out, and very few in the waterfowl community have convinced me that they actually know what they're talking about, because in general, none of us do. Have a great day. God bless. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.